Hey, morning everyone. How we doing? This is Jay with Glow City Graphics again. This is the tank out of the Starfall, the white ink tank out of the Starfall printer. I'm going to show you what one of the issues with this printer is, and how to fix it. There's 4 screws here on top of the motor. You want to pull them. It's up to you if you pull the motor or not. I'm going to pull the motor to show you what the issue is. So it does take a second. Please note though, when pulling this motor, I do not have any with me right this minute. You want to re-silicone it, which you can just use a standard silicone. There's just 4 little screws that pull it out, and then if you just snap it to the side, it pulls out. Part of the issue with this is, I'll set it on top where it screws in. As you can notice, it leaves, we're gonna say almost ½ an inch gap. You can lower this down by then taking and loosening up these 2 screws that are on here, which are here, oops, sorry, here and here. And you can lower this down and then just retighten your screw. That will help bring that down a little bit. Sorry, I didn't realize that my camera was so low. And then just retighten them. Now it goes down almost to the bottom of the tank. Another thing that you want to do, and I'll show you why, is pull your feed tubes, which there's 4 of on the top of this tank. The plastic tubing that goes to these is sort of kind of hard to get off, I guess. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. But it does pull off. I actually hit mine with just a little bit of a heat gun. I've already pulled this tank back out. Washed it all out. I had a bunch of residue in the bottom from the ink settling, because it doesn't, the paddle that I just showed you wasn't reaching all the way down, so the whole bottom of the tank had a gel into it. The way that I cleaned it out was I literally filled it with almost boiling water, rinsed everything out that I could. Well, I pulled the ink that I could. Then I rinsed everything out with hot water that I could, which still didn't remove all of it. So then basically I filled it with hot water and let it set for a little while. And then through this opening here, I shoved a paper towel into it and wiped it out that way. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get you a close-up of these tubes. I do not like the way that they're cut. That one there is actually going to be a good representation. But if you notice, these go all the way down to the bottom, because there's a lip in here about this far. So these go all the way down to the bottom. The paddle did not. Let me see if I can... I don't know if it's going to focus, but the way that these are cut, it's not the cleanest cut. I just have side angle cutters from my 3D printing. I'm going to come up about ½ an inch, clip them at a 45. I know these aren't the right ones either to cut this with, but I'm going to show you what I do here in a second. I went through and did this on my colors too. The only downfall of doing this is you're going to have to make sure that the ink stays fuller. But that's okay. I'm going to show you a little tip on that too. So these are actually much cleaner than what was there. That one was a little dirty. So I just close the end of the cutters and go into it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm literally going to set this back on here, and I'm going to make a mark. That shows me I cannot let my ink get below that level. Now we just reverse the process. Stick the tubes back in, screw them back in, stick the motor back in, which I'm not going to do at this moment because I forgot to grab any type of sealant. And if you can see, there's just a little bit of rubber silicone on here. So I'm going to pull this, clean it, which I'll scrape it, and put some more silicone onto it when I put it back in. The whole reason for sealing this is that in order to take this tank out, you have to tip the tank this way to make it easiest. Without this in there, it was causing ink to leak out the back. So that's why I'm not going to put that in. But as you can see, the 4 tubes are back in there. The screw holes are basically lined back up. And it's just reversed the process. That will prevent, and try not to crank down on the screws because it is just, it's steel and plastic. So regardless, it's going to strip out. I just try and make it strip out the least. So I don't crank it down. I mean, if you wanted to, you could silicone this here too. I don't see any point in that because if I have to tip this thing, you're basically gonna have to tip it at a 45 to get ink to leak out there. But this back part is minimal, especially if this tank is full. Which I'm keeping my tank full. I did find a different white to use. I will post an affiliate link in this video down below, as well as my affiliate link to Cosmos for their DTF ink. And mind you, the affiliate link costs you nothing more to use. It just makes me, to be honest, I think it's like 3% of the sale. It does help out a little bit, and as we get doing more videos in that, it'll allow me to try different things so that we can do it. But this is how I resolve the issue of the ink gelling on the bottom. I have photos of the ink gelled in the bottom of this. If I can figure out how to put them in the video. Mind you, I'm brand new to doing this whole video instruction thing. I don't do a lot of video editing or anything else. What you see is what you get. I'm not a big one for cutaways or, you know, oh, look, it's done. No, I'm going to show you how it's, you know, the ins, the outs, the successes, the fails. I'm going to show you all of it. But doing that there, I mean, mind you, we literally just raised that up off the bottom of this tank. Almost 3/4 of an inch. 5/8. No. You know, 9/16. So it's definitely going to help save in the long run. So I will get this posted up today. Remember, as always, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification if you want. I will be doing more of these. I do have plans for CAD link videos. Those will be done screen capture. I do have my printer for the most part running. This is one of the last things that I had to do. And I will do a video this week on this printer. And I will show you what I've done with it to make it a little bit easier for me. But yeah, we'll go through all of that. Thank you. And everyone have a great day.